yet.
Yeah, north of Saigon.
Oh, it's close to Saigon?
North.
Oh, north. Okay, well then we were about 40 some miles north west of Saigon, so you're probably a little bit north of us yet. But I know there was in 1967 the biggest operation of the war was Junction City, and the 25th Division, the 1st Division, the 4th Division, the Marines, 173rd, and there was some more outfits involved with that. It was a big operation. That I know the 25th Division was in on that, as well as the 4th and the 9th Divisions.
Yeah, when was that?
It was right around April and May of 1967.
I don't know why that sounds familiar to me, but I got out of there in early April of '67. But for some reason, Junction City is familiar to me.
Now the 25th Division, there was like 4 or 5 divisions involved in that, and some Marines besides, and some Special Forces stuff. We were trying to get all those enemy rounded up in an area where they couldn't get out, and they had to keep going to the northwest or west to try to escape. And we were up there on the top of the horseshoe where it's rounded, you know. All the other infantries in 9th, the 25th, and 4th were on the sides of the horseshoe, and they were pushing everything up towards into us, and that lasted a couple months or better. That was the biggest operation of the war.
The biggest operation I was on was at Ben Luck in the Mekong Delta.
That's further south, ain't it? South of Saigon?
Yep.
Yeah, rice paddy.
I was in the Ben Ho area, I think.
Well, we had an operation or two up by Tay Min.
I got a friend that worked with me up at Austin, Minnesota at the Ford Garage, and he was the finance manager, and he was in the Maratel division over there, and they were in the rice paddies on patrol one day, and he stepped out ahead of me. I don't know if it was a Viet Cong or a North Vietnamese. I don't know. He probably didn't know either, but he said that scared the crap out of him. He had just enough time to step back and blow him away with his rifle. Oh man, that would drive you nuts if that happened. He said they'd lay under the water with a straw sticking up, hollowed out straw, and they'd breathe and they were down underneath the water level so they could hide from the patrol coming in, but the guy happened to step on the guy.
They had a lot of tricks.
Yeah, that was a shocker for both the guy who got stepped on and the guy stepping on him.
The tunnel rats, I didn't like that.
No, most of those guys, I think all of them were asked if when they wanted people to do that, they asked for volunteers. It was so damn dangerous that they didn't want to tell anybody to go in there. They asked, you know.
Usually there's some gung-ho guy thought he could take on the world. He says, I'll do it.
They come around our outfit a lot, asking for volunteers for machine door gunners on helicopters and what the hell else was it? Radio men go out with patrol with the infantry, radio man on his back, and there were some other ones too. That I think the tunnel rats. There were some other ones. They always ask for volunteers.
Yeah, and that means like the radio thing. I was carrying a radio a few times there, and that antenna sticking up, and somebody would, the enemy would, of course, it made a lot of sense. They're trying to take out the communications. They're trying to kill you.
Yeah, well, I was a machine gunner for 6 months, and that was the first thing they always went for. I didn't like that idea, but I think when 6 months was up, they relieved me of the machine gun and give it to somebody else. So I was back to the M16 at that point.
The closest I got to buying the farm was one of our own short artillery rounds.
Oh man, I damn near got her one day. We had a premature airburst, just basically right out of the barrel, and pointed up in the air, probably about 30, 40 degrees, and they were shooting a bunch of 105s out toward that direction, and I was walking over there by the main office one day, and I heard this premature airburst, and luckily I knew what it was when it happened, because I was with the artillery, and so I looked up. I had this gut feeling. Then I looked up and I seen this big hunk of shrapnel coming in slow motion at me. It was coming right for my head. I got down on my knee on the road there, and it went right over. And it was just steaming hot. Smoke was coming off of it when it landed on the road. So yeah, that's one thing you had to really be careful of, is premature airburst. They have a real weird sound when they go off.
Yeah, we came close to having a phosphorus marker round dropped on us one time too.
Yeah.
K98SS.
AJ01.
Double J0FTB.
The 25th Division, that's the one with the lightning bolt, right?
Yeah, the Terraleaf.
What?
The Terraleaf, tropic lightning.
Okay.
Yeah, they were based at Schofield Barracks in Hawaii. That's where I went out of AIT. And then the day I got there, the whole division went on alert to go to Vietnam.
Yeah, I knew they had some kind of lightning bolt on their shoulder there, their sleeve.
Yeah, it's a Terraleaf with a lightning bolt.
Yep. 4th Division, they had the 4-leaf clover.
We got murdered one time when we were back at Division Rear there at Coochie, and we all piled out of the billets. So, we had sandbags built up all around the billets about 3 feet high or so. We all got in there and huddled in there, and they came across an open area, which eventually became the 12th Evac hospital. But it was open at that time, and they just kept working across there, and they were coming right at us. We had a crap house just out from our billets, and it had a tin roof, and the rocks were falling on that old tin roof, and we thought, shit, we're gonna get it. And then all of a sudden, they stopped coming our way, and they went over to the artillery, which was about 1/8 of a mile to the side of us, and they just moved and went right over there.
Yeah.
Did you see that on the news? Missing sailor found after a month lost at sea.
Oh, one of those seals?
Sailor, it says missing sailor found after a month lost at sea.
Was he alive?
Let me check. I think so, but I'll have to look.
I was wondering if there was one of those 2 seals that disappeared.
Now, both of them were found dead.
Oh, they found them, huh?
Yeah, they found them. They were both dead.
Yeah, I hadn't heard
his vessel, let's see, it says his vessel had been located, was safe, and had arrived in Hawaii. The initial indications are a slow voyage, but let's see, the Coast Guard said the 60, he's 60-year-old, was a Marine band radio. Oh, a 60-year-old, this is a guy, 60 years old. He had a Marine band radio on board, which is believed to be his only means of communication. They advised that anyone attempting an open ocean crossing should have multiple forms of communication at hand.
Okay, so this was a civilian.
Yeah,
Happened before.
Right. His family grew worried about him after he failed to make any contact with them for at least 37 days. I bet he's got some tales. He'll probably say, "Don't do what I did."
On that note, you guys read the book Kon-Tiki?
No.
By Thor Heyerdahl?
Oh.
You know, back in 1948, this Thor Heyerdahl was theorizing that people in the islands in the Pacific, Tahiti and so on, might have gotten there from Peru or from South America, so they went down there and they built a raft just like they would have done back in that day, and they sailed out in the Pacific and to these islands.
Don't be darned.
They had a crank transmitter with them and an NC-173.
Wow.
That's a national receiver.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's quite interesting. They contacted hams in the United States, and at one point, when they got to these islands, they actually shipwrecked on the island, and they were having a schedule with some place, maybe in Australia, some other place anyway, and they had to be on the air by midnight, I think it was. Otherwise, they would send out search crews for them, and they didn't want that to happen. And unfortunately, their receiver and stuff got all wet, so they were doing everything they could get to dry it out. And finally, just at the time that they needed things to come alive, the things crackled and came alive, and they were able to make their contact and prevent the rescue.
I wonder what island they were on.
Well, I used to know that, but I can't remember it. There's so many islands out there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that wouldn't be for me. No way would I try that.
Yeah, that's quite a trick.
I realize you're going to die somehow, but I just don't think I'd want to put myself, that's putting yourself in great danger no matter how you look at it.
The last one of that crew, the radio operator, just died here a few years ago.
Yeah, it says on the computer, if you intend to do anything out in the ocean, passage or just take a boat ride, you think you can be Mr. King, it says open passage are highly encouraged to have multi-layers of communications, including a VHF, FM, DSC radio, HF, DSC radio satellite communications, and a 406 meg emergency position indicating radio beacon as a notification of last resort to help SAR authorities locate your position in time of need.
One of the things I forgot to mention was when they finally got that radio working, they were sending out with the crank transmitter. That came to life before the receiver, but nevertheless, they were sending everything is okay, everything okay, everything okay, and some ham in the United States answered them and said, if everything's okay. Now, this is all in CW, of course. If everything's okay, what are you worrying about?
Yeah, he probably didn't realize why they were doing that.
No, he probably didn't realize who he was talking to.
Yeah. I think back in a long time ago like that, there was more, there was a lot of people who, maybe there is some now, I'm sure there is some, but a long time ago there was a hordes of people who just tune the radio, you know, for the week, or, you know, just listen, maybe Morse code, or if it wasn't that, it'd be like AM, or, well, I don't think there was sideband back then, but AM or CW, so, or maybe some kind of radio to get weather or whatever they, or news or something. So, hell, I don't know what they had on board for power, just battery or what?
K4, KCO, I'm back.
Yeah, you're real loud there, Jack.
Yeah, I got another cruise booked, just got it done.
Yeah, where are you going to go, worldwide now?
Yeah, same places down in the Caribbean, they're all the same. Out of Fort Lauderdale, I think it's where we're going. I don't even look where it's going, I just go.
Yeah, pretty soon you'll go out to get something to eat or drink at some island, and they'll start recognizing who you are.
Oh, that's already happening on board the ships all the time.
They call you by your first name and say, wow, nice to see you again.
Oh, absolutely. The crew, on almost all the ships we go on now, they all remember us. They know us right away.
Yeah, there are probably quite a number of people that do that, huh?
There is. It's surprising how many people do a lot of cruises. Yeah, this was one I particularly wanted because it was a back-to-back. In other words, you come into port after 7 days. You simply change. I didn't want to change rooms, but I had to. You change the rooms, they move your luggage to the new room, and you go and check in again, and away you go. Another week.
Yeah, you got it down pat.
Oh, I know the routine. I'll tell you what. Yep. Anyway, well, we've done rather well the last couple of cruises. It's gone very, very well. We had a good time.
Yeah, that's good. Well, I guess you do what you like to do. I mean, what else is a guy to do?
Yeah, geez, I'm home for about 3 weeks now. That's a record.
That must be awfully boring at home.
Actually not. I look forward because it's a complete change. I like talking on the radio, of course. And, you know, as a wife has work to do. She likes to work in the yard. And so, yeah, it's nice, particularly this time of the year. It's pleasant outside, you know?
Right, yeah. Yeah, your humidity's probably a lot lower at this time of year.
Generally speaking, yes. And, of course, like today, it tops out only about 62 or 3. It's cool. But that makes it nice to work outside if you need to cut the grass or whatever. Although the grass doesn't grow very good. It's very long at this time of the year. I've only cut it once in probably the last month and a half.
How do you get get around with your bad knee there, I suppose you learn, well, maybe you got, do you sit down in a wheelchair or what?
Oh, I guess I never talked about it. I have an electric scooter that I bought. And I bring the scooter on board with me. I put it in the back of the vehicle and take it to the port and they put it on, or I drive it on the ship and I have the scooter the whole time.
I'll be darned.
Well, I rip around there like crazy. They were kidding me. They kept calling it a BMW this week.
Yeah, because I think that would really get to you with your knee.
Oh yeah, I can't walk very far. A few yards. I can get. I park the scooter and I can walk. A little distance to the table where I eat and whatever. But no, I can't walk down the halls any distance. No, my knee hurts too bad. Yep.
Well, Al is in here. I think Al from Iowa, and we also have John in North Dakota.
I think I heard that. John, are you still in there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, very good. I can hear you quite well.
Yeah, you're S8.
Oh, very good. I don't think I'm going to stick around too long. I'm kind of tired. I was going to go to bed even before now, but I was waiting for a phone call from the cruise line and did get the cruise booked, so I'm pleased with that.
Al, are you there?
I'm here.
You're hearing Jack, right?
Oh, yeah, we were talking before you left.
Yep. I now have 12 cruises booked for this year.
I got to tell my wife that she won't believe me.
Yeah, I think I did 16 cruises last year.
Like you said earlier, that apparently some people just almost living on it.
Well, we're getting pretty close. We come on for a week or two, but like I say, I canceled my next cruise. It was going to be 6 days from now. I said, we need a break from it, so I canceled the next one that we had, and now we don't go out again until March.
Yeah, I'd say you're right. That was probably a wise idea there. That was a little bit too close.
Yeah, I also canceled another one I had in April. I canceled one there too. So, but yeah. Well, what happens if I have something booked? Because all I'm paying for is my taxes and port fees, and those are totally refundable. So if I find another cruise I like better, I book it and then cancel the one that conflicts with it. Get my money back.
Oh yeah, so you got to learn what to do.
Yep. If you're paying cash for them, then it's a little different. You gotta cancel way ahead of time, otherwise you lose your money. But when you're booking complimentary cruises, all you pay for is taxes, and that's refundable, 100%, right up until when you leave.
Wow. I wonder if they talk about that in their advertisement.
Probably not, but anybody that cruises a lot like we do knows that.
Right.
Yeah, this year now I've got 3 cruises booked back to back, which means, 7 days and 7 and 7, being a total of 14. So I've got 3 of them like that this year. One in March, one in, let's see, one in August, I guess, and one in, one in October, yeah. Yeah, when I say one, there are 2 of them, and they're back to back, making a total of 14 days.
Is all of these cruises, are they in the Caribbean?
Yes, they are.
So everything you deal with is always the Caribbean?
Only because I don't want to fly. I get other offers. I could go to L.A., I could fly out to Seattle and go on Alaska cruise. I could fly over to Spain and go to the Mediterranean. I've got other options, but I don't want to fly. I have to pay for that.
Yeah. I don't really give you much. I guess a guy could go first class, but I bet you pay 2-3 times more money.
Oh, first class on an airplane today. And then, of course, there's all this cancellation. You got to book it. You got to fly a day or two ahead of time to make sure that you don't get delayed. I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, I was just going to bring that up about that. That's about all a guy can do, because there is always that chance something goes wrong.
And it very, very frequently does. I know my son was here a few months ago, and it took him 3 days of running back and forth to airport. 3 days after he was supposed to go home, to get home.
I bet he's not too happy about that.
Oh, he wasn't? No. He was supposed to go home on Saturday, and he didn't get out till Monday.
K9HSS.
KJ01.
ACO. Well, with that, I think I'm going to hit the sack. I had a long drive today, and I'm kind of tired. I'll catch you tomorrow night a little longer, Ed. K4KCO. See you later, and see everybody else.
See you there, Jack, and glad you guys are okay. That's great. K9HSS.
WD0AXH, Iowa. Want to give me your call?
Yeah. I'll be right back, Dave.
All right.
Hi, Dave.
Nice day down
KJ01.
here today, Al.
Yeah. I hear you okay, Dave. You're loud.
Yeah, I think I doubled with somebody.
I'm going to head out 73 WA0 FDV.
Yeah, good night, John. KJ01.
So what radio are you on tonight, Al?
7610.
Oh, yeah. Was pretty close to you the other day. We went to La Crosse, Wisconsin over the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
We stopped in Clear Lake for lunch on the way up and on the way back.
You're 20 miles from Clear Lake, you're 40 miles. But when you get up north of Clear Lake on Fort City, Texas there, you're only 28 miles from where I live.
Yeah. on the 3000 tonight again.
Yeah, Roger.
There's a Kilo Delta 9 something, Victor something or other. Go ahead. I didn't get that. It's either weak or breaking up a little bit, one or the other. I'm not sure. Try it again. Can you hear him, Al?
Hey, it's a little on the light side.
Yeah, hello from Kilo Delta 9, Victor Golf Lima. How are you guys tonight?
Well, not too bad.
Victor Golf Lima, I think it was. Good. Name is Dave. I'm in central Iowa, but not very loud down here, over.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm having fun tonight this band is not real cooperative. You're coming in at S9 up here in southern Wisconsin, over.
Okay, what's the name?
Name is Jerry. Golf Alpha Romeo Yankee, and I didn't get your call.
WD0AXH.
Oh yeah, got it, Dave. Yep, we've been on this frequency before. I just put a new amp online, but the interference up here tonight is absolutely unbelievable, over.
Well, get your filtering going, I guess. I don't know what you run for radio. What kind of amplifier you got going?
Well, we got an ALS 600 and it's running about 350 watts right now, and the radio is a Icon 7600. Like I said, you're 5'9". What are you picking me up down there?
Oh, about 5'8". I'm on an ALS 600. I'm driving it with 50 watts from a FTDX 3000.
Yeah, that's about where I am. With the 7600, we're running about 50. Well, right now it looks like about 40, running about 40 watts. Over.
Yeah, that amplifier will handle a lot more than that. So I had turned up to 50, get a lot more boot going.
Yeah, I tried that and it gets bad, so it must be my antenna system. Maybe there's some dampness or something. So I'll try to kick it up a little bit, but when I did before, it went into low fault, so I had to back off, over.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, yeah, you got SWR then. There's something going on. They're kind of touchy that way.
Yeah, they're safe. It just keeps it from blowing everything up. So over to K98FS, can you hear me tonight?
I think he's gone for a minute or two.
Oh, yeah, he took off for a bit.
Sign off and let you guys get together. Just wanted to see how it works on maybe. I just put this thing online over the weekend, so thanks for putting up with the exciting signal. But interference here is averaging right now about 7. It's running about a 7. It's not good. And it wasn't earlier. Earlier tonight it was just perfect, over.
Well, 7's not bad. I'd find a little filtering or something there. I don't know, 7600. See what you could do. Maybe what kind of antenna you running?
We have a Skyloop. It's a homemade Skyloop with a 2-to-1 map. It's if you can imagine an oblong triangle, and the feed point is at where the base and the altitude would be. That's where the feed point is. And I'm going to be monkeying around with that a little bit this summer, but yeah, right now the SWR came way down. It was up at 1.8 at one point. Right now it's down to like some 1.1. Go figure.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe something's loose up there. Hard to say. Well, anyway, good luck with that. You'll have to mess with that when it warms up a little.
Yeah, there we put the power up a little bit now. She's running. We're running about 4.
It's kicked out on you.
Yep, it sure did. seems like if I get it up there now, if I'm down to about 40 watts drive, getting 400 out, and the SWR drops right off. Over.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, very good.
Yep, well, if we can get out on 80, I'll try some fine tuning here, but I'm still learning how this thing works, and it does have some touch points, so we keep working on it. But thanks a lot, and Bruce, we just super talking with you, Dave, and we'll do her again, and hopefully when the band gets a little bit cleaner. But Kilo Delta 9 Victor Golf Lima back to WD0AXH and 73 for your final.
Okay, Gary, very good. Yeah, work on that a little bit and come on back. So, but I hear you're at 9 once in a while, just a smidge over, so I don't have the volume very loud. But, and I got some background noise from the furnace in the other room. I can hear it in here, so in the ear vent. So anyway, WD0AXH, Iowa.
K9HSS.
KJ0Y.
Hey, Kilo Delta 9 Victor Golf Lima, K9HSS, how are you?
Yeah, hi Gary. Yeah, you're up to 20 over 9 sometimes, and then QSB down to about 10. And then I was listening when you cut out also.
Yeah, I cut out because I have to learn how to run the drive on this. I had it up too high and it went load fault and said no more. So glad to hear about the report finally getting a decent signal out there. And like I say, we have to experiment. I'm in a learning curve with this amp, so we'll keep working away at it. Over.
Yeah. What kind of amp is it?
It's an American ALS 600 solid state. Over.
Oh yeah, 600. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see pictures of them. I never had one.
Yeah, we tried it. The deal was right. I got a pretty decent deal from a guy down in Illinois who's pulling his shack apart because he's moving to an HOA setup, so he couldn't use it anymore. And one thing worked out. I don't have any brand new equipment in the States, and everything I have, except for the computer, is used. Over.
Oh yeah. Well, that's okay. I done that a long time ago too. Whenever. But sometimes if looks like the equipment is really like new and the guy didn't use it much, well, not necessarily do you have to buy all new. The only idea there is, of course, when you buy it, I mean, assuming you have the right to know if it's working and all of that, which it is. Then you're pretty well on your own. If it goes belly up, well, there's places you can get it repaired.
Yeah, Roger, got that one. So far, so good. I won't brag, though. You just never know. So we'll just try to be a little bit careful to see if I can not break it. Like I did my computer at my volunteer office. I put that right off the desk the other day and killed it.
Yeah, I'm not familiar to know how much drive you're putting into it unless you already know. It probably doesn't take very much power, 10 watts or 15 watts.
Yeah, we're running about, let's see, I'm looking right now at the transceiver is running about between 30 and 40 on the drive, and we're getting between 350 and 400 out. Over.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got one too, don't you there, Dave?
Yeah, I've had mine quite a while. I'm driving about 50 watts into it. I've done about everything wrong you can do with this amplifier. Transmitted on the wrong band and stuff. It just fell into load fault, and shut off the operate to standby and turn it back on and correct the error.
Yeah, I've done that about 3 or 4 times already this weekend.
Yeah, this amp, this is not new by any means, but when I bought it, it went back to the Mississippi and had brand new finals put in it, so before I got it, and I've had it, oh my gosh, I suppose I've had it, 10 years or more, anyway, I don't know, I forget.
And you have the 600 too, right?
Yeah, it's an older one.
Yeah, me too. It's the one without all the automatics. So I forgot the 3 times with the 316 watts, the little red light come on.
Yep. It works pretty well though. I hooked it up to this radio here about a month ago. I think it's been on 2 or 3 different radios over time.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to set up on mine with my outlet is just about 20 feet off the ground at low point, so I checked in with the neighbors to see if there was any interference or troubles, and seems to be running pretty clean. We have a touch lamp upstairs that likes to go on and off when I have my old pen and last thing it hasn't blinked on. Keep our fingers crossed that we don't mess something up over.
Well, yeah, probably mess with that touch lamp. Or if it does, I had one of those. I just kept transmitting until one day the light didn't work anymore. Anyway, somebody make it WB0A, I think.
Yeah, I think there was a 4th part in there that I heard missing. If he's still there, are you still there? Over.
You there, John?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Gary, when you talk, are you looking at the wattage on the amplifier?
Roger.
Yeah, that's not the most accurate thing there ever was.
Kinda, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't have a watt meter, so that's probably
Yeah, I don't know how accurate that is. If you can, because I'm showing FWR there, and I have an auto tuner, but I'm in bypass mode, and that has a WR and an external meter do not match the one that's on the amplifier. I'm not far off, but it's not that accurate, so it just gives you an idea, right? Years ago I had a tuner in line that didn't have a meter, and I thought I could use that on the amplifier, and that didn't work like I thought I was going to, so anyway, I run a 1,000-watt auto tuner with this.
Cool about auto tuner, and it's showing on it's showing about 20 watts, not as much money. It goes anywhere from under 100 up to about 30,
What kind of tuner is it?
It's an LG 1815.
Yeah, that's what I've got here. Okay.
Yeah, I really like that. It's really made a lot of heads a lot of time that really seems to work well. Yes, I'm on this, and the LS600 is a good name.
Oh, just a tuner?
Right.
Okay, well, that's good, because I'm showing on the amplifier 1.5, and on the auto tuner on the bar graph, I got one light now, and one went out, another one they blink, and then I've got that external 1 meter that the LED made, which on scale 1 to 10, and I would call it a 3 or 4. I don't know if you get one of those over there or not, but it's pretty, that's about it.
Stand by.
Nobody needs to go back X-ray. We sell Central Iowa.
PJs are what?
K90SS. Here's an LP 100A made over in Michigan. I forgot what it paid. I've had it quite a while now. I like it. It's pretty accurate too. A lot of people have this one. And I think it paid $450 or $470. There's some cables. I don't remember if the cables are extra or what. But you can fix it so you can look at your input power, individual input or output, or I don't know how the hell that works because I don't have the input one. The one where it would check your power out of your exciter. It would show the power you're running on your radio. And then the other scale will read what the linear is putting out or your radio is putting out.
You gotta buy a board and another sensor in order to get your sword that way.
So other big want to buy, if you buy one of these, the LP 100A, whatever comes with it there.
That evil sensor. I got one I had one since they first came out with 100. It came out originally as a Model 100, and then a year later they upgraded it to a model. They changes and upgrades. And I bought one like that in there, and it's been out I'll think it will go 20 years. Yeah, I see it is the LP 100 is a little bit still making today.
You might not be able to put the scope on it to more money.
A lot more. There's another company that makes it easy like this doing that power manager. That resolution mainly. It's just this one, but it's nice. I'm looking at LP 100 maybe you can get around more.
sounding good right now. Real good. We got Dave over there. I was hearing the Dave there. And down in Iowa.
Just a very popular right now. He was coming in loud. Now he's dropped a little bit. And I'm 125 miles west of La Crosse, Wisconsin. I'm on the Iowa side of the Minnesota border. Called Osage, O-S-A-G-E, Osage, Iowa. Most of the ground is showing in the roads are clear. There's nothing on the road, so yeah, it's a real weird winter. But not too many people are complaining other than no snowmobilers. Oh yeah, when I get a chance, I do, yeah. Yeah, I do. The only problem is sometimes I've seen, they only made so many pictures of it. I don't know if they're doing it every year or what. But I get to see different ones, quite a bit of different pictures. Yeah, it's pretty dramatic. It's quite something. It really throws the picture back here when you look at it. It reminds you, hey, there's worse things in the world. Well, we got it easy compared to some people. I hope they keep making pictures there, but I'm thinking the guy that was, what the heck is his name? I can't even think of it now. I'm getting older. I can't bring it up on my brain. But he's getting up in age, the wrecker guy.
K9HSS in the group. I have some ICOM. I downstairs I have 751A and 751, and I got a 6 meter and a 2 meter. They're all ICOM. So I have ICOM products. Then I have Yaesu. I have Yaesu 3000 and an MP 1000. Yeah, that one needs some work on it now. But I got some Yaesu equipment. I almost got a 101 Mike Papa. I thought about it. I was thinking about it. And either that or the Kenwood TS890S there, the Kenwood. Those are good radios. Yeah, this is a ICOM 7610 I'm using. Nothing. That is unbelievable, because you would think, what the hell? The radio goes to hell, you go buy a new one, right? Or at least that's your. But who the hell buys a new radio when the old one's still working, right?
We will be able to 9 weeks ago. Yeah, that would be me. I'm going QRT. Good night, all.
I've had the 3000 for 10, 15 years. So it's a wonderful radio. Dave has got one that's on here. He's had his before me. He helped me with mine here. Yeah, I love it. It's quite a radio, and it's easy to set up. Especially if you've got a guy who has some knowledge on let's say he's running a 7610 and he's had it a while. It's pretty easy. Or read the book. You can do that too. There's a book with it. I like it. It does. You can operate remote control. Well, a lot of them you can do that, but you gotta. But there's a number of things you can do with a radio. It's got 2 receivers. You can listen. I can transmit here. I can listen on this frequency and listen on a different band, like 160, 40, 20. It doesn't matter which one. I can listen to one and listen to the right here on 13. So, or vice versa. You press a button and you can do it the other way. But there's a lot of stuff on here. And the price is pretty good on it right now too. $32.49, I think. HRO. You're 10 to 15 over right now. You were a little louder earlier, so the band must be changing. Was there, just a minute, hold on a minute. Was there somebody else in there? Oh, hi Mike, K6ODI in Nevada. Dave is in here and Al is in here, and let's see, I didn't write everything down. Brent is in here from British Columbia.
Yeah, British Columbia, he's loud. Okay, good evening to you, sir.
WB0 USA.
Hey, hello, Zeke.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Zeke.
Oh,
You also there, Dave?
Yeah. I don't hear British Columbia very well. I can catch some of it, but he's only about a S6, S5. Hi, Zeke.
hello, Dave.
You get the advantage of the antenna.
Yeah. I could hear him on my low antenna, too. The double bazooka, I heard him on there when he broke in. I'm on the quad now. Yeah, you're doing okay, Brent. I think the band is moving around a little, but of course, everybody's quite a ways away from you, so it'll depend on what the band is doing. Yeah, all that money in a sock and it's put away, huh? Yeah. No, lots of people like that better. I don't know. Hard to believe I did any listening a long time ago, but I did. When I was really young, got the hang of it. Yeah. Zeke is the big powerhouse here.
Nah, not really, Ed. You're the powerhouse. Call is WB0 USA, located in Animos, Iowa. Yeah, I can hear you in there, but you're not too fine.
About El Capone. Yeah, put it simple, my dad was born in 1892. You figure that out once. And before he ever got married, he was doing different things like logging, and he worked at a gas station on the weekends, and I think once in a while during the week. He worked at a gas station, and they had a garage. They sold tires, batteries, little fix-up stuff, like change tires, bearings, and stuff like that. Well, that's how the story went, and then this big fancy car pulled up, and he was alone. When you see machine guns in the car, that opens your eyes. right. Yeah, my dad told me that story. He was highly excited about it, and he repeated it several times. Different people. I tell you, there wasn't anybody. They were really listening. And furthermore, we even went to his hideouts. He's dead. He's long dead, of course. But there was hideouts not too far from me, not too far away. I don't know if they're still open or not, but they sold booze and clothes and trinkets, and then they would show us where the machine gun nests were, overlooking the water where they had the boat, boat and a plane. They had a plane that went to Canada to get the booze and bring it back into the United States, and then take it to Chicago. It's quite a deal because all of it fits together when you see the buildings and what was going on there. And it's out in the woods. Out in the woods, you'd never dream. But they got raided. They got raided a few times in different locations. And Al Capone told my dad, "Don't worry about the machine guns." He says, "We need them. They're always chasing us." My dad, he lived until he was 82. Yeah, 1892 he was born. So I think this all happened when he was about 25 or 27, somewhere in there. Yeah, okay. Well, any night you're listening, maybe it'll be better some nights than others. You'll just have to try it, I guess, is about it. Well, glad to hear from you. And somebody else can pick it up there. K9HSS.
Yeah, I heard my name in there. What was the question? Can you relay the question?
He's talking about your table.
Yeah, Roger. That table I had made. This table was made at a place in Cedar Rapids. It was custom made for my ham shack here. Yeah, well, it fits this room. The room I've got right now is a little bit bigger than what the room I had before. I moved to Anamosa, Iowa, and I used to live in Cedar Rapids, and right now I'm in the process of, it's taking me a long time, slow process. I'm putting some shelving in my room here. I had some bookshelves in my old room, and so I chose to rebuild, or I should say, I chose to put these shelves in myself, and it's taking me a lot longer than what I had done before. But anyway, we're trying to match up some of the shelving we have upstairs. My ham station has always been downstairs in my home, so I'm down in the cubby here, actually.
behind each SS. Go ahead, Dave, you in there? I don't hear it. I only have a couple of inches here and there. Mostly the ground is showing almost everywhere. 2-3 feet on the ground, yeah. Yeah, and they're probably not geared up to take care of big fires.